Hey guys, and welcome back. Hey, the Bible tells us that we should love our neighbors as we love ourselves. What exactly does that mean? Most of us don't really know our next door neighbors, and if we do, it's usually on a superficial basis. Yes, God does want us to love our immediate neighbors, but He's also calling us to love the neighbors that we encounter on a daily basis. This could be at the workplace, at school, at the Starbucks, wherever we may go. Today we're going to talk about what it means to love your neighbor right after this. Hey guys, Justin and Tanya back at you here. We just want to say, if you like what we do, please consider subscribing, hitting that bell icon so you get notified when we put out a new video. Also, we do film outside and sometimes there's outside noise. There's a guy mowing the lawn right now, so you may hear a little hum in the background. We apologize for that, but we love filming outside. It's a beautiful day here in Ventura and we want you to be a part of that.
Here are a few examples of hard to love neighbors.
The nasty neighbor. This person is grouchy, negative, always in a bad mood, pessimist, rude, never has a kind thing to say. He is salty with a side of bitter. Maybe you have a coworker or a family member or friend that's like this. This is the kind of person you can see coming a mile away and you want to run the opposite direction as fast as you can.
A helpful way to love this difficult neighbor is to keep in mind that hurting people oftentimes do hurtful things. So though it may be very hard, do your best to offset their negative words and their negative actions by your kind words and your kind actions.
The Bible tells us to bless those that curse you. What does blessing them even mean? It means to show them favor, to show them kindness. Disarm that negativity with a blessing.
So extend gentle kindness by speaking kind words, showing love through kind actions, and genuinely praying for this neighbor.
The noisy neighbor.
This neighbor is always talking about themselves, boasting, bragging, obnoxious, overbearing, and always wants to prove their point and thinks they are right about everything.
A helpful way to love your neighbor is to quiet them down by not letting them see that you're frustrated. Instead, showing them love by listening to them and letting them know that you recognize their accomplishments and you do value their opinion. Although this may be a challenge, just try to remember that we all want to feel validation at some point in our lives.
Now, this doesn't mean that you have to tell them they're right when you truly believe that they aren't right, but sometimes the best arguments are won by just being quiet.
So add value to them by listening to them and showing them love by practicing patience.
Next, the nosy neighbor.
The nosy neighbor is the neighbor that's always asking personal questions that you necessarily don't want to answer and prying into your life. These neighbors often don't have a filter and can speak very insensitive things about you and about others.
A good way to show love to this type of neighbor is to know your boundaries and never feel pressured into sharing more than you're comfortable with sharing. And instead of getting drawn into speaking unhealthy things about others, offset it by speaking kind words about others.
So show love by not taking offense at their words, but rather letting your kind words disarm them and become contagious. Next up, the nice neighbor. This is the person that is easy to love, kind, loving, thoughtful, and generous.
These are the neighbors that are easy to be around, the people in your lives that encourage you and motivate you.
Surround yourself by these types of neighbors as often as you can and let their actions influence and inspire you to be that kind of neighbor. Alright guys, so now we want to flip things around on you. So what type of neighbor are you? Strive to be that nice neighbor, the one that is magnetic, the one that everybody wants to be around. Be the influencer in your world. Alright guys, that's all we have today. We'll see you in the next one. We love you guys.
Love you guys.
Peace.